yeah, better late than never. Let's start doing a quick book review about this. Now, if you remember from our plot, it's in Alexandria, Egypt, and Greece where we're talking about. So let's just continue on with what we're doing. Let's start by analyzing the whole text. First of all, let's start with the title, Better Late Than Never. If you Google it up, like, let's say on a little simple iPad, then you will eventually get lots of results saying about what they think is the meaning and all that stuff. But according to the first result, which is probably accurate because it is in the dictionary. It's similar to the definition I read in the dictionary. The phrase better late than never means that doing something late is better than not doing it at all. And that's actually a pretty important phrase because after lots and lots of failures and lots of other things too, this seems to be one of the best options that seem to be around here anymore. That seems to be awesome too. And now that's about all I'm going to say. And why would that title be useful for this one? Because I guess it's late, and that Gamal was late, so he's trying to apply that better late than never. But then again, that kind of messes up a lot of things, so that will be a bad thing for you guys too. Better late than never. That's awesome. Now for Alexandria, Egypt, Anika and Zafira, they are on these terrorist attacks. They just got into the crossfire of these terrorist attacks, and they don't even want to be in these terrorist attacks, but it happens, so deal with it, guys. And the text actually analyzes some of the terrorist attacks and how we should actually do all of these stories and all that stuff. And also it's saying that with strengths combined, it's actually better. Even if you're just two measly people, but are smart and quick and good, then you could probably face a lot of people that don't even have those skills. Numbers doesn't equal your skills, doesn't match your skills. Probably if it's one person, but not two. Definitely not two. And that's all I'm going to say. Now, why is this book worth reading? This book is actually worth reading because it's nice to actually think about how you would be in this situation. I mean, it's not nice at all to be in this situation. I will admit that, especially if you start reading the book. But whatever character you are, it's definitely not nice. So you'll probably want to wonder what you would experience, and that's pretty awesome. That they were able to capture the bad guy at the end. Helping to capture a bad guy would be a nice feeling. However, being captured by the bad guy is probably a bad feeling too. And that's pretty much all I'm saying. It's worth reading to find out why it's better late than never. Or you might just read this book just to find out the phrase itself, and for not knowing that this is actually just a piece of fiction. Now, let's do some constructive thinking. If you think back and put these into different parts, you might actually see links of this to the real world. One, Alexandria, Egypt. Sure, there are a few terrorist attacks there. And if I Google it up, here you go, a list of, terrorist attacks in Alexandria, Egypt, and that bombing was just one of those terrorist attacks. And more on those constructive thinking, you might actually think that this would actually build up to a theme. In my opinion, it's more like of an action scene, like that James Bond scene we were talking about, but then again, it doesn't really imply much about that as well, so I'm gonna have to rethink that too. For all it's worth, I will say that this book does talk about character development and how much it develops so that you might improve your life. No, I'm not saying that you should be captured by a terrorist or something. No, you're not supposed to. I guess all I can say right now is that you should be better than these guys. You should at least try to go good, become good. And even if you're somehow in this situation, try to be as simple as possible. Try to be as dumb as possible. So that is the conclusion of this book. For this video's conclusion is this. It's worth reading because it helps you with your own little inner character. And it also helps you with your life, probably. And that is exactly how you can think of. Although you're probably not going to be in these situations, you should still be able to do lots of things on your own. have skills, and you'll be able to beat everyone up at anything you wanna. So that is the end of today's episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode, and I hope to see you guys on my next episode too. Shine out. Peace.